Apparently, the warmonger herself, Liz Cheney, has endorsed Kamala Harris. Everyone could have seen this coming. JD Vance's reaction to this was pretty legit. Here it is.
Quick, there was some breaking news earlier today. Big endorsement. Liz Cheney endorsed Kamala Harris.
Oh, no.
And
oh, no.
It's so interesting, isn't it, that every failed warmonger in the established D.C., let's just say, machine is behind Kamala Harris. That the peacemakers are behind Trump and Vance. Blessed are the peacemakers, is what the scriptures say. Your thoughts, JD?
Well, maybe the best thing, not the very best thing, but a very good thing that I could say about the next presidency of Donald J. Trump is that he's going to make sure that people like Liz Cheney are laughed out of the Oval Office instead of rewarded. Because this is a person whose entire career has been about sending other people's children off to fight and die for her military conflicts and her ridiculous ideas that somehow we were going to turn Afghanistan, a country that doesn't even have running water in a lot of places, into a thriving liberal democracy. And for that, Liz Cheney was willing to kill thousands of your children. Liz Cheney, you know what? I think it's the best thing in the world that she's supporting Kamala Harris. You are right. Blessed are the peacemakers. Kamala Harris and Liz Cheney make very, very interesting partners. They get rich when America's sons and daughters go off to die. They get rich when America loses wars instead of winning wars. And they get rich when America gets weaker in the world. We want American strength, American security, and most importantly, peace. Let's bring peace back to the world, and Donald Trump is the candidate to do it.
So there are so many good things here that JD Vance says. I think when people look back at the legacy of establishment politicians over the course of the beginning of the 21st century, it will be a legacy of warmongers, from Republicans and Democrats, by the way. And as JD said, there are a group of people who are, and just listen to how bad and how dirty this sounds, and it has to be said out loud more and more. There are a group of people paid by the military-industrial complex, and in exchange for that money, they send American youth off to die. It is that simple. It really is. This is the greatest way, bar none, where Trump has correctly evolved the Republican Party. Because Republicans were totally the party of wars, by the way, in the early 2000s. Everyone knows this. Most Republicans, if you poll them today and ask them, do you approve of the Iraq War? Do you approve of what was going on with, all the wars that Bush wanted us in? Most are going to say no. And again, it's been 20 years, less than 20 years at this point. So that is quite the evolution, and that evolution has really taken place in the last decade with Donald Trump. But today, the party of wars is the Democrats. There's no question. They don't even want to win in Ukraine. That's how you know. They don't want to win in Ukraine. They just want the fighting to continue. They'll come out and they'll say, support our allies. But they never say end the war in Ukraine. They just say support the allies. They don't want Israel to just quickly decimate Hamas. They want to draw it out, and they want to blame Israel for being attacked by Hamas. The thing that makes JD Vance and Trump attractive is that they don't like war. They've never said they like war, but if they have to be in a conflict, they strike quickly and they strike hard. So again, I'm not in favor of just doing nothing. I'm not in favor of being, lame and just kind of weak. But at the same time, Trump has accurately found that balance between striking hard and fast when it's necessary, but not getting into kind of long-term conflicts. This was the case when Trump killed an Iranian general, for example. Not a lot of people saw this in the news, but Trump, early on in his presidency, he went out and struck a Iranian general. It was quick, it was smart, and when the Iranians retaliated, they didn't kill a single U.S. soldier. They basically, took down some tents. And so warmongers in D.C. urged Trump to retaliate again. And Trump was like, why would I do that? We just took out their top guy, one of their top guys, and in return lost some tents. So we won. We don't need to keep fighting. We already won the conflict. What you guys want us to do is continue to escalate it so that we spend all this money on defense and they keep making money. So again, one of the most optimistic things I see, and sometimes it's hard to be optimistic about the state of politics in America, but one of the things that I'm really optimistic right now about in America is that people are becoming really sick of armed conflicts, especially drawn out ones. And Trump is positioning Republicans to be the party that scoops up those people who are sick of armed conflicts. And it's creating this coalition that is honestly very new for Republicans. Democrats, on the other hand, are trying to literally destroy America and Americans' lives in return for money, from those who make arms and guns and weapons. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please go down below, comment, like, and subscribe, and watch another video.